Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I want to talk about something very important that needs to get more attention. And that's the many people across YouTube and other areas online that are talking about how the world is run by narcissists and psychopaths. And then to add to this, even if they don't have further beliefs, they state there appears to be something controlling and giving these evil so-called people their directives and instructions. No matter if they think it's aliens, or demons, or whatever name they give them. It's the same story. From people that are old and on their deathbeds deciding to blow the whistle, to young people that are in the know. And I've seen plenty of videos of both. And it's all the same story, with slightly different details. But the body of the story is the same. Now, why is this important for more people to know? Because it will change how you choose to live your life, and what you are willing to follow and not follow. You see, I like a good movie and some good music like the next person. But when you are awake, you see and hear things differently. You can see the programming that is being done to the masses. It's so interesting to me. There are a lot of people that say, it's just music, or it's just a movie. I think that brainwashing stuff is hogwash. But then look at how they live their lives. And they live their lives just like everyone sleepwalking right next to them. It's amazing. But that's what the narcissistic abuse victim is conditioned to believe. That they aren't an abuse victim. And that how they are living is somehow normal and how the way things are to go. The narcissist or the psychopathic parent conditions their child with this double brainwashing from the start. And that's for them to behave in the way this narcissist or psychopathic parent or parents wants them to behave. Usually so they can gain narcissistic supply from this behavior of their child. And also, and this is the double part of the brainwashing. Also, so they have no idea they have been brainwashed. So much so, they will defend and uphold their abuser. Well, those that run this world, the narcissists, the psychopaths, the sociopaths, so on and so forth, have the same program. To the point the majority of the people in this world praise and hold up those that don't have their best interests at heart. The same ones that are leading them to their own doom. But something happens. Something happens when you hear several people from different walks of life, from different countries and backgrounds, all saying the same thing. That this world down here on earth is run by narcissists, psychopaths, and the like. But they are controlled by an even more evil force. And then you look at the Bible. In the book of Daniel it talks about angels going through different worlds in another dimension and being held up by evil entities that are the rulers of certain nations. Hold up, wait. These evil entities are rulers over certain nations. That's right. You see, these evil entities, no matter they be demons or fallen angels, do their bidding through people. Yes. They will influence us humans to misstep and do the wrong thing. And I believe they do this mainly to us people that are trying very hard to be good people. And they love to see us screw up. So Satan can run back to the Most High and say, see, look what so and so did. They are supposed to be all good. And look at what evil or wrong thing they did. So yes, they try hard to influence us. But these entities want something else. They want something more. They want a body to inhabit. They want a body to rule and use in this earthly plane or dimension. Because without this body, they are regulated to whispers and trying to influence. But with a body they can inhabit, they can do as they please and carry out all kinds of evil. So whose bodies do they take? Those that have given themselves utterly and completely over to evil. Regardless if it was done through childhood trauma, or their brains were wired that way from birth. And this hollowed out person, that has no off switch when it comes to evil, is the perfect vessel for these evil entities to inhabit. And that's why you see all the evil that is done all across the world. even from the most slick-talking and what appears to be a well-meaning leader. No matter it be this country or that country. You have nothing but evil. However, this isn't to say that the Most High God can't make this evil leader, or that evil leader bend to his will. Because the Most High God can do anything. Even influence an evildoer to bend to the Most High's will of something good he wants this so-called leader to do for the people. But with that said, the reason why we see so much chaos, and evil and lies and deception on this earth is all of these fallen entities are holding positions of power through the human bodies of narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths and the like. And they write your rules and laws. And they get you to follow certain ways of life through the daily programming they give each and every one of you. Think about this for a moment. What if your narcissist mother or father owned a media corporation or a television station? What kind of content would they be putting out? That's right. Content that pushed their agenda. And content that allowed them to gain narcissistic supply on a regular basis. And we know narcissistic supply is often gained through the pain and suffering of others. And sadly those of us that have either grew up in a house with a narcissistic parent or parents, or we dated one, or we were married to one, we sadly know what it's like to be used as a human battery. But with all of that being said, our narcissist parent or parents packaged up their brainwashing and abuse as something good, didn't they? Well, take a look around you. Supposedly you have all of this good content being produced in the world, so to speak. Yet the world is in utter chaos, ruin, and pain. And no one asks why that is. Well, I will tell you. It's because that's what the narcissist does. They hide their abuse from being detected as abuse. And they program their victims into screwing up their own lives, to make it seem like it's their own poor life choices. So there is no one to blame but the narcissistic abuse victim. And the narcissist. They soak up the narcissistic supply and they walk away with their hands seemingly clean. But we know better, right? Well, the narcissists that run the show down here, they do the same thing but just on a bigger scale. They need a body. These entities need a body. And that's why you see narcissism and evil on the rise. Because the more children that are born into this madness, the more chances these demons stuck in the unseen dimension have at getting another body to rule. So of course they want chaos. Of course they want emotionally and psychologically damaged people. Because with each damaged person, there's a chance for one of these demons to have a body to take over. This is something else that is a common thread when you hear a wide variety of people talk on similar subjects. No matter it be aliens or whatever. They mention it seems like a program of some sort. Well, heck yes, it's a program. These things hate us because we are chosen and we have bodies. And they are literally manipulating mankind to allow these entities to be pulled into our reality and into a human body to inhabit. Think for a moment. Have you ever walked away from someone that you now identify with being a narcissist? And you just shook your head and said, "Is that person even human?" How many of you have done that? Raise your hand. I would say that to myself all the time regarding my narcissist mother, golden child brother, and my ex Susie, along with several co-workers and supervisors. Are they even human? Yes, they are human in flesh. But what is going on behind those eyes? Now, with all of that being said, does this leave narcissists off the hook? No. Because regardless if they were born evil, or they knowingly gave themselves over to evil, they are still a part of it all. But there are times when such a so-called person will say, "You know, I don't know why I do the things I do." Many of us have heard that one from our narcissist abuser. And it's not something they say a lot. But it seems like it comes from a weird one-time moment of honesty from such a so-called person. Then they go right back into search and destroy mode. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This isn't a joke, people. And it keeps getting worse. But there are people out there connecting the dots to this problem. Some with a little different understanding and slight differences in the message. But when you boil it down, it's all the same. You have evil entities in another dimension ticking off in the minds and bodies of narcissists and psychopaths on this earth, with the sole goal to bring down humanity. All the while using us as human batteries from our misery and pain they create in our lives. It's that simple. So what's the answer? Well, if you are a believer, pick up the Bible and start reading this stuff for yourself is a great place to start. But pass along this message. And others like it. Because the more people can start connecting the dots of what is really happening in this world, the more people can wake up out of their daze and sleep. Because we do have a choice. Follow the will and example of utterly evil narcissists and psychopaths that run our earth. Or we can follow the will of the Heavenly Father. With that said, I do hope everyone had a blessed day. Thank you for your subscription, and if you haven't already, please do so. Share this content with everyone you can. We are pushing for a starting goal of 200,000 subscriptions, so this word will really get out there. Don't forget to click the little bell to be notified each and every time I make a new video. And comment and like if you are so inclined. Because by doing so, this type of content might get pushed to the front of YouTube so others might benefit from this information. And if you want to support even further, you can do so by way of Patreon. And for those of you that choose to do so, I deeply appreciate it. With that said, let's continue to pray for wisdom. Let's continue to pray for strength. And let's continue to pray for courage. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.